Avatar: The Way of Water. Avatar 2, James Cameron and company have taken their time to bring us the first step in the sequels that will follow the very successful original film, Avatar. For anybody that is a big fan of the first movie, this one is going to make you very happy.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think that he took what was so great with the first one that people loved so much and like heightened it a little bit in this one. You get new characters, and you know, a lot of times when you get new characters, you're not sure where they would fit in this story, but I think they fit very well for the story that James Cameron is trying to tell. I want to say that James Cameron really kind of pushed the boundaries of what the special effects are for this movie, because it looked absolutely stunning. Like the whole time I was just watching it, I was just like in awe of what I was watching on screen. Like I was like, man, if Planet Earth was like this, I'd be watching that all the time.
The VFX are definitely above and beyond. You're going to hear that a lot from a lot of reviews. However, it is hyper realistic. It looks so real that it looks fake. High frame rates. It definitely is incredibly sharp and colorful. It looks better than reality. And the 3D, we saw it in Dolby 3D, and it kicked ass the entire movie. I was multiple times marveling at just the quality of the imagery, the quality of the effects, the hits, the stunts, everything all rolled together looked great.
It definitely kind of plays tricks with your minds, because your mind is trying to focus on this, like, is this real? Is this not real? There are certain moments where you feel like, okay, maybe this part is real, but then like it shifts to another part. You're like, wait a minute, maybe that part was CG and this part is real. Like it just kind of, you're just trying so hard to focus on what's going on in this story, especially with everything around you. And I think that's kind of what James Cameron wanted you to see in this movie. And I feel like this movie, definitely, if you are interested in watching the movie, you have to watch it in 3D. It's kind of shocking for me to say that, because I'm not really a big fan of watching stuff in 3D, but you have to watch this in 3D, Dolby or IMAX. Just, you have to watch it in 3D.
And although James Horner did pass away, his impression, his music was all over this thing, which I love to see, especially when it comes to any composer taking over for another composer. Like, it was there. There were many moments where I turned to her, I'm like, oh my God, that's totally James Horner, at least in terms of, you know, the audio cues that James Horner himself was very much known for, and straight up music from the first movie utilized in this one. I will say though, if you are not interested in Avatar, if you didn't catch the bug when it came to the first Avatar movie and you went out and saw it multiple times, this one, pretty much in the same vein as the first movie. So if you are not an Avatar fan, I don't know how much more this one will win you over. Granted, you should go though for the visual effects. See what's going on. But granted, I don't think things will kick up a notch for you until the third hour. So the first 2 hours, a lot of setup, a lot of beauty, a lot of avatars in the water. But when it comes to that third hour, it's pretty action-packed and crazy.
That is very true. Like there were moments too where I was like, okay, like I understand like the story beats that you're trying to tell us and you want to give us, so that we have more emotional connection to what's going to come later.
Right.
And I get it. It does kind of pay off towards the end. But I do feel like it could have been tighter a little bit in some parts, because it kind of slows down a little bit. But like you said, it's more of like kind of that visual spectacle that you are watching this movie for.
What I did love about the first movie is that they did a good job at showing you humanity and their ability to pillage the natural wonders of the world. And I love that in this movie, they do it again, except water-based. There are more and new ways for humans to be garbage in terms of, you know, destroying nature for their own financial gain.
Yeah.
So I liked that. There's actually some actors in this movie that I didn't know were going to be there, and was very happy and surprised when I saw them. So that was fun.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, like I said too, it's funny because it brought me back to that mind where James Cameron was like, yeah, you could go to the bathroom. Because honestly, there are parts where you're like, okay, I could go to the bathroom, and then you can come back and you don't really miss anything.
James Cameron does go full-blown Titanic, though it feels like the last half hour.
There was a
of the
part of it I was
movie.
like, all right, this is my type of movie.
Yeah, it was right up your alley. But either way, guys, Avatar 2, again, we recommend it for the visuals, for the execution,
For
for
those
the
that
action.
love Avatar.
And
now,
yeah, Avatar fans, you definitely got to see this movie.
yeah, if you weren't an Avatar fan and you don't really care about going and seeing in the theaters, that's okay too.
Yeah.
You don't have to see it.
Sure. But if you want to get out there, see some top-notch visual effects in a way that I've never seen actually in a movie. This was some very, very polished imagery. So, guys, Avatar 2, are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Let us know in the comments below. How many times do you plan on seeing it? Tell us down there. You can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Check out the reaction that we did for The Muppet Christmas Carol. Vanessa saw it for the first time on our channel, and you can check that experience out there. But thanks so much, and as always.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
And this party is over until Avatar 3 comes out, and then 4, then 5.